Before you started franchising, tell us about that journey and that process and of opening your first location and what you were doing prior to franchising with the brand. What is your vision for the brand here over the next few years? What would you like to kind of see? What's the vision and the goals for the brand? For any businesses out there that are now exploring, they want to grow their existing business, what advice would you give them as they're now exploring that option? I'm here at the IFA convention, and can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Peng. I'm with the Cloud9 Foot Spa.
And can you tell us a little bit about the business of Cloud9 and what that business does?
Cloud9 Foot Spa is the America's family-friendly spa. We started in 2010 in San Francisco area. So after all these years, we expanded into 3 states, 8 locations in California, Texas, and Washington.
And before you started franchising, tell us about that journey and that process and of opening your first location and what you were doing prior to franchising with the brand.
First location opened in San Francisco. I was a business traveler going between China and the US, and I realized American market that we need this new type of spa, which is facing the family. Now, the signature service of Cloud9 Foot Spa is we provide foot massage in addition to the traditional body massage. So it's very popular among families. We made it very affordable. We hired the best quality therapists, so it becomes a self-care routine for so many families. Across the board, our therapists, front desk, managers, and customer, they follow us for like more than 10 years.
And prior to franchising, how long were you running your location before you thought about franchising this concept?
Well, we run our location for 12 years, and then all of a sudden we realize, oh my God, every city, our concept benefits so many families. We need to get the service across the United States. That's the time that we think about the franchise. We wanted a lot of investors, if they wanted to find a reasonable investment business, service-oriented, family-friendly, I think Cloud9 is the perfect concept.
And when you were now becoming franchise-ready and thinking to grow through franchising, kind of what made you think that you can now franchise this business model? Normally, you hear franchising food and beverage, McDonald's, Taco Bell type of things. In terms of massages and foot massage, what made you think that you could franchise this as well?
I guess that's from years of experience, right? We started in San Francisco, we expanded into Texas. Right now, 4 locations in Texas, 3 in San Francisco, and 1 in Washington State. We've already proven ourselves this model can be duplicated simply because every single location we get into, we have a stellar reputation, very high volume. So it's already proven. What we need to do is just, get like-minded people, then we can do it together. So it's not, I know there are some businesses, they don't even have 3 locations. They wanted to start franchising. My personal background is I used to be a CPA and I was investor. So I'm very conservative. So that foundation that we built over the years, more than 10 years of foundation, that's very valuable for all the franchisees, the investors.
And what's the benefit of growing through franchising? So using the franchise as a franchisor and now using that as a vehicle to expand your business. Talk about some of the benefits why you chose to franchise for that as a business model versus continuing to open corporate-owned locations.
Actually, we have a hybrid model. It's not only franchising. We still strategically develop corporate-owned spas across the major city, and that corporate-owned spa will be the pilot and the supporting role to the franchise. That's going to give the franchisee more confidence, like we're behind them. We're taking on the challenges in all the new market. The franchise will be the majority driving force of the future growth because our team is just a small team, but through the other talent, that's how you can scale up, and then that's how you can make the concept widely available across different states. So I think our approach is conservative but very sound.
So you like to open up a location, a corporate location in the new markets, and that's kind of like the hub and spoke, where the hub is the corporate owned, and then you develop a distribution of spoke model franchisees, and where the corporate one actually now supports those franchisees in that local market. That's a great way to now show commitment to the locations and also to now provide additional support for them. And what is your vision for the brand here over the next few years? What would you like to kind of see? What's the vision and the goals for the brand?
Cloud9 will become America's family-friendly spa. That's a big vision. We not only have the system, but also we have the courage and we have the resources to pilot this program. We're going to show the franchisee, you can do it, and we're behind you.
For any businesses out there that are now exploring, they want to grow their existing business and they want to grow through franchising. They're learning about, should I franchise my business and become a franchisor? What advice would you give them as they're now exploring that option?
I have a financial background as well as a business background and being an investor. I think one of the most important thing that you look into new business is you need to control your risk, financial risk, right? There are so many great things, a wide range of investment opportunity, but some of them, the risks are higher. So you have to make sure any business you go into, it makes sense socially, financially, and look at the number. If the number doesn't make sense, try to limit your exposure. Whether it's a spa business or restaurant, you have to analyze the investment and the output, the financial benefits, as well as the risk. Some of the business is easy to control, some of them are not, right? Number-wise, it must make sense. That's the first advice that I give the potential franchisee.
And in terms of like developing a team, so becoming now a franchisor that's going to support franchisees, what type of team do they need to have in place now to support franchisees?
Specific Cloud9?
In general, like in terms of what have you guys done? What are some best practices that you've seen to now have the right people around you so that you can support your franchisees and to make them successful as well? So, because a business owner now that when they go from being just a business owner, they're running a business to now being a franchisor, their role shifts. They're now running a new types of business model, and they need to now be ready to support franchisees and be ready for that change in the skill set. And a lot of times it's about surrounding yourself with the right team, the right resources so that you can provide that support. How have you guys made that transition, and what would you advise early emerging franchisors and what they should be prepared for to now be able to support their franchisees?
I think new franchisor, in our case, we've been in business for almost 14 years, right? So that's a trial and true learning process, the internal growth. Our managers, 2 managers with us now, they've been with us for over 10 years. They have a huge commitment to the brand, to the team. For us to transition from the corporate-owned spa to franchisee, I think most important thing is we wanted to make sure that we do a good job of coaching from the years of experience, but at the same time, we need to continue to learn. Believe it or not, past 12 years, that's a lot of operational experience accumulation. The last couple of years is probably like explosive learning for business owner transition from the owner-operator to franchisor. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that we can do a good job not only operating, but also teaching other people how to make it successful. Yeah.
If you could go back and tell yourself, 12 years ago to franchise and become franchising earlier, would you have franchising earlier in your business history?
I think I would. Pretty conservative. That's why we were in business for 12 years and then we started franchising. But I wouldn't start too early. I would go into an industry and try it myself with my team for at least 5 years, get everything done to a perfection, to a proven system. Then I would start franchising. I would not start franchising like with only one location, 1 year experience. I don't think that's responsible. Even though sometimes economics can work, but you are helping a huge group of investors. You wanted to make sure that you get the system done. That's why Cloud9, all of the units that we have now across 3 states, even though me as an owner not present, every single one of them, they perform phenomenally in terms of the volume, reputation, the business revenue.
Well, congratulations on all your success. I appreciate the insights, and we look forward to seeing the brand continue to grow. So thank you for your time today.
Do you want to franchise your business and take it to a whole new level? Click the link below to schedule a free consultation today.